Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Oh, I love your shirt.
This came in the mail just in time for tonight. I didn't think that it was going to be coming today, and I hadn't even tracked the package. I bought this only a few days ago, and it came not even 2 to 3 hours ago. And the package came, and I was like, oh,
Ooh,
this is
you're getting all
perfect
fancy
timing.
for us. Nice.
Right.
I love it.
And it just might have to go with the theme in case you guys can tell what might be going on.
Well, I know what the theme is. Oh my goodness, we have so many friends here already. Hi, Kevin and Susanna and Jill. Hey, Christina and Mary and Joanna. Hi. How's everybody doing tonight?
I see we have Eric is here and Deborah and Patrick. Patrick, I
Woohoo,
miss
it's
you.
Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Even though it's been or is going to be a only 4 day week, it sure feels like it's been 10 days.
I feel like my week is going fast. Hi, Lee from Alabama. Hey, Sharon. And I think Sharon actually is in the restaurant industry, so I don't think it's been a short week for Sharon.
And let's see who else. I see a whole bunch of you guys here. This is awesome. And that includes Renee. Hi, Renee.
Oh, Kelly, thank you. I was a little nervous about these bangs, but they're growing on me. Thank you so much. Thanks, Lee. Awesome. Yeah, we've got the prop king over there.
I try. And look
Okay.
at this. We have an update from Patty, guys. I saw a comment last night on one of our posts. Patty mentioned that she was going to be at Hollywood Studios today and trying to get on Rise of the Resistance. Patty, I am so sorry to hear that the quest was
Fingers crossed.
unsuccessful. But okay, you do have another day. I see that here. That is awesome.
Okay, so Patty, just make sure you're not on the Wi-Fi. Okay, don't use the Disney Wi-Fi and get yourself all ready and queued. So all you have to do is hit join the boarding group or whatever it is. Whatever that button is, get all the way up to that spot. But definitely don't use the Disney Wi-Fi. That is a tip that actually the guest services people shared with us a while ago. Oh, I see. You put up her post there. Okay. I hope you're having a great time anyway. I saw it was a little rainy on Batu today.
Shannon said that my shirt looks good on me. Thank you, Shannon.
It does. I hate Shannon. Shannon Bonador is with us tonight. She is the owner of our show sponsor, Destinations to Travel. Listen, guys.
That
Listen.
way.
Yeah, it's over me. I'll do it right there. Disney has put out amazing money-saving promotions, especially for annual pass holders, up to 40%. They never do this. Up to 40% off resort hotel stays. So if you're interested in just seeing maybe what it might be like to visit during the holidays this year, now would be the time to do it. Less money, less crowds, tons of magic. Check it out. We've got, do you have the link to the quote form, Dan, or you want me to pop it in there?
I do not have it
Okay.
handy, but if you want, you can even send us you can click on our Facebook page. You can click the get quote button, and that will let us know that you're interested, and we can pass it over to them.
Perfect. But please let us be your planning partners. Destinations to Travel is an amazing agency full of extremely experienced and well-traveled travel agents. I mean, not just myself. I've been to Disney now twice since the COVID closure, but we've got tons of agents who have already been down there experiencing the new magic that's happening right now. So you'd really be doing yourself a favor to work with us and help you plan your Disney vacation, the post-COVID or Disney now, whatever you want to call it. Still so much magic there. And I really just implore you to at least see what it might cost, because my last trip was probably the most magical trip I've had in years, quite honestly. And I mean, I talked about it the last time. So much magic, so much stuff for the dust happened. I can't, like, I want to tell you it all, but I have to save it. I have to give it to you in dribs and drabs. But anyway, I digress.
Yes, I want to hear it all. But in case you guys didn't know, another note on Destinations to Travel, they are also our amazing show sponsor. So we might be a little biased, but trust us, we experienced working with Destinations to Travel before we even were affiliated and working with them. So believe us when we say that they are the best out there, and you will not be disappointed at all if you are lucky enough to have them plan your next trip.
Now, I know, just looking at who's here, we've got a lot of our guests from Destinations to Travel. So if you're here watching and you want to give a shout out to your travel agent, please do. That'd be wonderful.
That would be awesome. I love that.
Aw, Sharon and Patty. Oh, see, Patty's there. D2 Travel made that trip happen for her. Penny, yes,
Patty.
Penny Walters is my guest. Love it. Love it. Hi, Beth. Hey, Kim.
So
many
awesome.
friends here today.
So while you guys
Boss, what's next?
So while you guys are sending in these awesome shout outs about your agents, I am going to ask you to help us help you by sharing out this video, because we are about to hit the ground running with a whole bunch of special announcements, some special news discussions that we can talk about regarding different things that are going to be going on at Walt Disney World very soon, and our foodie face-off that you might have seen us talking about on our Facebook page, as well as, hold on, our prize wheel coming back yet again for some awesome giveaways later on in the show. So if you wouldn't mind sharing the video before we get to all of that, because the more people that we have, the more things we will give away. So by sharing that out, you can help us help you.
I have a question. Now, didn't someone win the Yzma pin?
Yes.
Do you have another one?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. Okay, I was just going to say, I don't want you to spin it. It lands on that and we can't deliver. Okay, just making sure.
Okay. So you guys might have seen earlier in the week that there was a post on our Facebook page talking about one of our upcoming trips and saying that one of us is going to be checking into Disney's Beach Club Villas on September 27th. That is a Sunday. If you guessed then, if you would like to guess either again or for the first time now, let us know who you think that is. Is it going to be me or is it going to be Kat?
Now, if you know who it is, because you have insider information, keep it to yourself.
I'm curious to see what you guys might think. I saw that the majority of the vote on our page was for me. As I see, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the first 6 votes are for me. So the trend seems to be continuing. I see more of my name popping up. So Kat, can you give me a drum roll? Hey! I am finally going back to Walt Disney World. I know that I have said this before, back when we were in July and the early reopening discussions were being had. I was planning to go back then. A whole bunch of other stuff got in the way, such as 2-week quarantines and all that jazz. But I am finally able to go back to Walt Disney World. I am beyond. I love that. I am beyond excited. I cannot wait. Mary Catherine Flynn was right on it. Thank you guys for celebrating Michelle. I can get used to this name, Mr. Beach Club. I like that a lot. So I cannot even express the level of enthusiasm that I have. If we, like Kat has been telling us, if the worst of the changes is that we're wearing a mask, to me, to be back there and do everything that is available with low crowds, I am all in. So you guys can
You are
better.
gonna love it. You are gonna love it.
I am like already ready to just like combust and my head explode. I cannot wait. Yes, Susanna says it best. I am going back home. Finally, I still almost can't even believe it. Um, I love that Joanna said the beach club gave it away. And Penny is right on with what I was just about to tell you guys, is that you can count on a whole lot of pictures, videos, live streams, all of that coming your way when I'm going to be down there, because I cannot wait to share that with you guys, because I know there's plenty of other people still out there that are feeling like how I've been feeling this entire time, which is just, I cannot wait to go back to Disney. So I'm going to do my very best in bringing all of that to you guys, because that is going to be one heck of a return.
Are you gonna get some school bread?
Let me tell you, when I saw that school bread has been finally brought back home, it's not in its rightful home. It's not back at Kringla in the Norway Pavilion, but it is at the Norway Beer Cart. I will take it. If it's school bread, I don't care where they're going to give it to me. I will eat all of the school bread.
You know what else is open again? The gourmet popcorn stand by the
Yes.
Imagination.
I saw that today. That buffalo blue cheese popcorn is coming my way.
That was a lot of sadness when I walked by there and saw it was closed, but I'll have my turn.
I love that. Yes, you will. And Kat, when might your next turn be?
So those of you who guessed it was me, you're really not that far off, because next month I am going to be checking into the Yacht Club, which is the sister resort to the beach club. Yes, there it is. So you really weren't all that far off. So exciting. I've never stayed at the Yacht Club. I am on a mission to stay at every single on-property Disney resort, and this is my second to last deluxe. I've not yet stayed at Saratoga Springs, but everywhere else I've stayed. So I'm really, really excited.
That is so awesome. I love the Yacht Club, just like that lobby alone, and the Cruise Cup Lounge, which I know is not reopened right now. Not sure when it's going to be reopened, but I love it in there. It's like the coolest, coziest atmosphere.
You know what, Danny? I have to give you... Why can't I get my mouse over there? I have to give you a round of applause. Everyone, slow clap for Danny for using that crawler for the first time. I know you can see it below. He figured out how that works.
I was like,
very exciting.
Why are there going to be claps for me? Did I do something wrong? Did I mess something up? Did it be a joke?
I love it. All our special effects.
We're trying to get as high tech as possible here, guys. I mean, even look, our background is now themed to the show. I mean, you know, we're sound effects.
I'm telling you, who produces this show?
Oh, so yes, that is extremely exciting stuff. And I mean, we've obviously been quite a few times. We've done so many different things at Walt Disney World. And even though so many things are ordinarily new at Walt Disney World right now, just because kind of everything is slightly different, so everything's kind of new. But I am so excited to even give certain things a shot that I've never even done before. Make this another trip to try to embark on some new experiences.
Well, you know what they say. Today is a good day to try.
If you guys know what Disney movie that quote is from, tell us down.
Is a good day to try.
I love it. If you know what movie that is from, let us know in the comments, and you can be in the running to win one of these awesome Debating Disney stickers. So give us your best guesses, and we will pick a randomly chosen lucky winner soon.
You know what we didn't do? We didn't do a roll call. Is there anyone here for the very first time? Because if you are here for the very first time, you're probably like, what the heck are they doing? So we always try and throw in a Disney movie quote in the beginning of the show. We work it into our banter back and forth. So that was our Disney quote for this show. Today is a good day to try. So if you are here for the very first time, do a little wave emoji or just say me, first timer, something like that, and let us know. So we can give you a big old warm Debating Disney welcome.
I love it. So if you are here for the first time, we'll do some very quick intros before we get into, we do have a first timer. Welcome, Valerie.
Welcome, Valerie. Hey, I know something about Valerie. Valerie just booked a solo trip with Destinations to Travel this week. She's going, I think, sometime in November. So, yay! Good for you, Valerie.
Awesome.
So excited for you. My first solo trip, I was a little nervous. Didn't know what to expect. Thought I would be lonely. I love them. Love going with my family. Don't get me wrong. Solo trips are really good.
So to Valerie and anybody else who might be here for the very first time tonight, we'll do some quick intros in case you don't quite know yet who it is that we are. I am Danny McBride, as you can tell, a co-host here at Debating Disney Tonight, but I am also the social media manager at Get Down to Disney, social media manager at Destinations to Travel, our amazing This Way show sponsor, and a writer and contributor to WDW magazine.
I am loving all the welcome. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is our big old Debating Disney welcome. Thank you, everyone. Who am I? I am Kat Wolf. I am the chief businesswoman at Get Down to Disney, co-host of this fine show, feature writer for WDW magazine, and I'm the creator of the Agent Prep program and the Plussing It membership that assists travel specialists focusing on Disney destinations to plus their businesses. What else do I do? I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm an entrepreneur. I have so many hats, but we have such a great time here. And thank you so much for spending your Thursday night debating Disney with us.
Absolutely. Right. So with all of that being said, I think that it is time to debate our foodie face-off that we have planned. What do you say?
Sure, let's do it.
So, Kat, let's talk food at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
What is your favorite quick service restaurant in that park?
Okay, so I'm going to be going first.
Yes, that will be you.
All right, so I'm going first. So before I go, I want to remind you to hear me out before you vote for the new and shiny. Okay? So just hear me out. I am going to select, out of all the quick service at Hollywood Studios, which I think is the park that's got the least good options in terms of quick service, you know? So not that they're slim pickings, because I really do believe in my selection, but of them, I have selected the Backlot Express.
And do you care to share? Should I say what I chose first, or should I let you go through your little slide of?
You can say what you chose, what I'm up against.
Okay, so does anybody want to guess, based on my decor tonight, what Hollywood Studios quick service restaurant I am going to pick? And I will give you a hint. You may or may not have seen Kat and I stream live from there maybe a couple of years ago. You were several times, and one of those times we might have been reporting on me ordering several menu items.
And eating them in their entirety.
I see a couple of guesses that are spot on.
Yes.
You guys are absolutely correct.
Absolutely
It
correct.
is Woody's Lunchbox in Toy Story Land.
All right, so let me defend my choice.
Okay.
All right. And you can chime in anytime you
All
want.
right.
This is a
Okay.
friendly debate. But why did I choose Backlot Express? Okay, so I think it is 100% on brand with Hollywood Studios. It's themed as a movie set, prop warehouse, like an actual functioning and working warehouse with bulletin boards with memos on them about insurance benefits and safety signage and some things that employees have for sale. It's really cool. It's like quintessential Disney, how they dive deep into the theme, and I love it. All around, you'll see all sorts of things that you would expect to see in this type of warehouse, like paint cans, paint swatches, different backdrops, different wood samples, statues, like all kinds of different props, like stunt dummies, like everything that you could think of, like the movies would need, it's around you. There is so much to look at. Like I don't want to say it's like an attraction, but it kind of is. You know, you could spend a really long time. In fact, I watched a video of someone going around the entire restaurant. It was like 20 minutes long, just looking at all of these things. And, you know, the video was just glancing by, but there are so many details. Now, there used to be many more actual movie props there, but they've since been removed to make more room for the dining there, which kind of baffles me because it's already very expansive. It's got a large indoor seating area, a huge outdoor seating area. What I love about that is that it's all covered. So even if it rains, you don't have to worry about it. You can get an outdoor seat. So even even during the busiest lunch or busiest dining times for that matter, you can always get a seat there. But one of the props in there, you'll see a yellow submarine that used to be in the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea attraction in Magic Kingdom. I think that's pretty cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah, right? And
I did not know
that. You are a fan of the old Horizons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they have I guess it's the Harvester hovercraft from that attraction is hanging from the ceiling over there too. There used to be the taxi, Benny the cop car from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That used to be there. They've got a lot of props over there. But let's not talk just about the theme. The theme is outstanding. It's outrageous. Like I said, quintessential Disney. It dives deep. It's got stories. It even has a manager's office, and he's got his personal stuff all on the wall. I am all about that stuff. But the motto of the Backlot Express is it's the warehouse of good eating, right? So let's talk about the food. Before Galaxy's Edge opened, there was a ton of Star Wars themed menu items. And now, since you've got Docking Bay 7 and, Ronto Roasters and stuff, there's only a couple of Star Wars themed items on the menu. So this restaurant sits between Indiana Jones and Star Tours. So, it's kind of why they adopted a Star Wars theme. So right now you can get a sipper. I don't even know who this person is, but it's Jango Fett or Jango Fett. I don't know. Jango Fett sipper, whoever that is. And they've got a Wookiee cookie. I know what a Wookiee is. I am the first 3 movies. That's about it for me. But in addition to that, you can grab, yes?
Have you seen the Wookiee cookie?
It is 2 oatmeal cookies with vanilla cream inside. I've seen it.
I have seen it. I haven't eaten it, but I need to eat that. That looks so right up my alley. Oatmeal cookies are probably like my favorite type of cookie.
Really? I didn't know that. I didn't.
Oatmeal raisin, forget it.
I'm a chocolate chip cookie girl, so I would like to get it for the picture, but I probably wouldn't eat it. Craig would eat it. He likes oatmeal, definitely.
You can take the picture, and I'll eat it from beginning.
That's why we work. That's why we work. The dream team over here. All right, so besides the Wookiee cookie, you can get burgers, chicken strips, but what they have there that's unique is a Cuban salad and a Cuban sandwich and a Southwest salad, which I think is pretty cool. So I wanted to eat there. If you were following along with me on my trip 2 weeks ago now. Love oatmeal cookies. Okay, he's only going to show comments that support him. So I really think that should be a vote in my.
All right. I'll try to even it out. Look, I will give you this one. This is a very nice one.
Oh, thank you, Mary Catherine. But I implore everyone to hear us both out before you vote, unless you've had a terrible experience at one or the other. But anyway, I tried to get into Backlot Express on my first day on my trip, and they closed at 4:30. I was all set. I wanted to go in and look at everything and take pictures of the props and wah, wah, wah. But anyway, so burgers, chicken, Southwest salad, a Cuban sandwich, and for Halloween, they have 3 exclusive menu items. So they've got a frozen apple cider. They've got a box of Bones chocolate eclair dessert. I don't know what this is, Danny. When you go, find out for me. A tire pumpkin straw. I don't really know what that is, but they're Halloween exclusives over at the Backlot Express. What else? Oh, well, back in the day, they used to have this self-serve refill station. So it was like unlimited free refills. People love that. I don't know if that's ever going to return, but that's what made it kind of special back in the day. And speaking of beverages, you can get a blue raspberry slushie there. And, which I know you cannot get at Woody's Lunchbox, adult beverages like frozen margaritas and daiquiris. You can get beer and wine. And if you so desire, you can put a little poison in that frozen apple cider if you want for an extra $10. So, yeah, I mean, the food is, it's theme park fare, but I do like the idea that they've added in the Cuban sandwich, that you've got a Southwest salad. They've got plant-based items, which is another Star Wars theme. It's Tatooine hummus or something like Tatooine sunset hummus or something like that. And an expansive allergy-friendly menu. So my vote goes to Backlot Express.
So I have to start with one thing in particular. Woody's Lunchbox might take place in Andy's backyard, but that does not mean that us over at Woody's Lunchbox don't know, as those that are 21 years and older, how to find some interesting beverages on that menu. Because we have things such as Grown Ups Lemonade, and we have something that goes a little like a hard root beer float, which just sounds phenomenal. I've had the non-alcoholic root beer float there. It is so, I mean, it's root beer and vanilla ice cream. How can you really go wrong? But
that's just way too sugary for me.
I mean, usually I would, go healthy and do a diet root beer, but I don't like how. Oops, Mary Catherine Flynn. I do appreciate the
that's how it works. Yes,
I love that.
I love it.
So before I get into the food, the theming, the little secrets that you can find around Woody's Lunchbox, I do have to start with a quick story, if you wouldn't mind hearing this. And I think that I probably mentioned this before during one of my live streams in Toy Story Land, but I was actually just talking with my wife Kara about this before the show started. We were reminiscing on opening day of Toy Story Land. We were lucky enough to be there, which was on June 30th of 2018, I believe. Do I have that right? Yes, I do. We were there, and I needed to eat at Woody's Lunchbox, and it was early in the morning, and I had to go. A cast member who I will spare from the disc because it was such a great day told me that they had lunch being served, so I got online. Only a few minutes in, it was a very large line. Fine, I will admit it. I tried to pretend, oh, it wasn't that long the entire time, but it was a very long line. Was on there for a few minutes and then saw people walking away from the restaurant with breakfast food. And I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting, because what if I get up there and it's so early in the morning? What if I get up there and there is no lunch food?
What time was it?
It was probably, by the time I was up there, it was like 11 and I got online at like 9:30.
You waited online for an hour and a half for food.
Kara claims that it was closer to 2 hours. I refuse to believe that it was that long. But Kara, my mom, and my brother sat on a bench and they moseyed around Toy Story Land. And I was like, I am getting food from Woody's Lunchbox. I need to try this. So I got up there. It was me. It was like, they had like a 5 to 10 minute gap in between when it was breakfast turning over to lunch. Get up there and they say, you can either be served now for breakfast or you can wait for lunch. I chose to wait the extra 15 minutes or so for lunch. And ever since then, I have become obsessed with Woody's Lunchbox. So I will start with the food now that I am at the part of the story.
That is a huge time investment. So I can see why you're a little clinging to Woody's Lunchbox.
Yeah. Now it kind of all comes together. But I got, I think, at least one of everything. I got the regular grilled cheese sandwich. I got the barbecue brisket melt sandwich, which is just like bananas. I also got the, which they don't have anymore, but I got the, what was it called? The Monte Cristo sandwich? Yes.
I don't know why they got rid of that.
I loved it. It was so good.
Yeah.
I know. I was not happy when I saw that happen.
I just don't like how small it is, how limited the seating is. There's no air conditioning. There's no escape. The food is good. I'll give you that. The food is good.
Food is fantastic.
I prefer the breakfast, honestly.
Listen, I can get down with breakfast. I can do breakfast.
I know you can get down.
So I also got one of each of the two breakfast tarts, which is the chocolate hazelnut. At the time was the strawberry lunchbox tart, which they no longer have. I also loved that one. So even though they got rid of two items that I adored, it still can't take a notch down in my book. It just can't happen. They did replace the strawberry lunchbox tart. I want to say maybe like a year ago, maybe a little under a year, with the lemon blueberry tart, which is like blue frosted and has a little like white chocolate half Luxo ball, Pixar ball on top. So
that's cute. Cute to look at. I don't know what it would taste like though.
It was so, I liked it better than the strawberry, which I liked better than the chocolate hazelnut.
You have such a sweet tooth.
I have a sweet tooth, a savory tooth, name the kind of tooth, and I think I have it.
I have a question though, Dan.
I am ready. Which
restaurant is open right now? Which restaurant did they decide should be open?
See,
for
no,
the Disney fans?
They decided, and I actually spoke with the head of Walt Disney World Restaurant Decision Opening. So they did choose to open Backlot Express, but it's only because they did not open Woody's Lunchbox because they wanted people to understand that that's the restaurant that is worth the long wait to finally get to.
They didn't open it because there's not enough room to social distance there because it's so small and not enough seating.
That's not really what they said. They said they wanted to make it more like a rarity. It's like somebody wants.
I love how you're like convincing yourself that you actually talk to somebody.
It's like how people want a pin that's limited edition of 100, more than one's limited edition of like 5,000. They're upping the ante on. They're increasing the demand for Woody Lunchbox. That's really what's happening.
Well, according to you, they don't need to. There's so much demand for Woody's Lunchbox.
Listen, if now that I'm going to be back there, I'll bring all the demand that I can possibly bring. I will start a new campaign. I'll do whatever has
You're
to.
gonna squat in Woody's. You'll make the news. You'll go viral. You've been dying to go viral. There you go.
One way. That'll be one way to make it happen. Going back onto the food, because we've done lunch, but we've also done breakfast. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about something so important. They have potato barrels.
All right. Don't get yourself so excited. Okay? They're tater tots. Potato barrels. They're tater tots.
I love tater tots. Guess what else you can do with those potato barrels at Woody's Lunchbox?
Pretty cool.
Do you know what you can do?
Mm-hmm.
You can turn them into tachos.
Yeah.
On the menu, they have beautiful, amazing tachos, which are so. Deborah Alvarado has a brilliant idea. Hashtag open up the lunchbox campaign.
I love it.
Think that has legs. I think there is work to be done. We need to make this happen.
You know what they have over at Backlot Express that is kind of like a cult favorite? Cheese sauce.
Is it like the plastic cheese sauce?
The plastic cheese sauce.
I love cheese sauce.
They have it over there. I see your tachos and I raise you cheese sauce.
Sharon has a great point here. Sharon is posing the question, should Disney dining be on the list?
Yes.
Lunchbox not being open. Sharon, we all might need to stay tuned and see what happens while I'm standing outside of Woody's Lunchbox.
I may get a call, Kat, we need you down here. I love how everybody tonight.
I love this too. This is awesome. But and they also have a Mystic Portal Punch in the Alien Sipper. I may or may not have had a little accident with my Alien Sipper and it might not be working at the moment, so I might need to acquire a new one.
I think you might need to elaborate on that. What kind of accident did you have?
I might have put it in the dishwasher and I don't think that.
I've made that rookie mistake. I put a Mickey straw in the dishwasher. It went in looking like Mickey Mouse. And it came out decidedly not looking like Mickey Mouse. Don't ever put Disney stuff in the dishwasher. PSA.
So that does it for lunch. Now we have to talk about breakfast. This is very important. So they have my personal favorite is the breakfast bowl. It's again my beloved potato barrels with a country sausage gravy, and there's cheese and there's like scallions and eggs. It is so good, and it's a huge portion size, right? I mean,
it is. When we went, we got that. We got the breakfast sandwich, which I prefer. I'm from Long Island, just like Danny, and breakfast sandwiches are a big thing there. So I love the breakfast sandwich. And then we got the kids' meal something, so we could get the s'mores French toast.
Got the s'mores French toast sandwich, which I will even admit, to get a full adult size sandwich of that, it's a lot of one flavor.
It's so rich. Yeah, it's very rich.
It's a very heavy flavor. Don't get me wrong. It's an amazing flavor. I am now salivating over it. But like my ideal order would be you get a breakfast bowl, you get the smoked turkey breakfast sandwich, and then you get a kid's s'mores French toast. And if there's someone else there that might want to, pick on a little bit of those things,
Well, you get the kids' meal because it comes with an orange that makes you feel better about eating all the crap you just ate. So, right? You have a little piece of orange and washed it all away.
Exactly. So what did we get that morning? We did get the breakfast bowl.
we got the breakfast bowl, the breakfast sandwich, and the kids' portion of the French toast. What I remember most about that morning is that I started having like a little bit of a headache, and we're online, and I just say, "Don't judge me, but I'm ordering a Coke." And he goes, "Judge you? I'm getting a Diet Coke." Perfect.
It is a complete no judgment zone. Like, please forget it. So what they also have, in case you want like a super healthy snack to add on to your list of foods to make everything healthy, you can get a Baby Bell cheese. You can even, yes.
Michelle wants to know how you're still alive, Mr. Beach Club.
So unfortunately, I do attempt to do cardio now and again, and I try to, you know.
It's a good thing you're a baby. You still have that high metabolism.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, when I am at Walt Disney World, to me, it's like this is where you exit reality and you're living in your own little bubble. So it's kind of like whatever you do there doesn't count. That's you know, probably.
Until you get home and you get on the scale and like, woo!
And you're like, what did I do?
I guess it does count.
I love Joanna's point right here. No food rules at Disney. That is what I am talking about.
Definitely not.
And Joanna also says that she has bail money. That is a great thing to know come September 27th when I am outside of that restaurant getting some ideas for my my new campaign that Deborah, let's remind everybody, let's make this work, that Deborah created for us, guys.
I love that, but who knows? Maybe they'll open by then. Oh. Hey, Disney, if you're watching, open Woody's Lunchbox for Danny by September 27th.
Please. I only need 1 day. I need 1 hour. Give me 1 hour. Give me the end of breakfast to the beginning of lunch. I will be more than satisfied.
I have a good would you rather.
Ooh.
If they said, Danny, we're going to open it for you, but you can only have either breakfast or lunch, what do you choose?
Oh, I would have to go lunch.
There you go.
Because lunch, I can get the potato barrels that I can still get with breakfast. So that kind of checks that off the list for me. Then I can get my actual grilled cheese, the 3 cheese sandwich that is like melting in your mouth, perfection. I can get my barbecue brisket melt and the turkey sandwich and the tarts. It's got everything.
Please slow down. I do want you to come back from that trip, okay?
Oh, so I think that might do it for food. There is a vegan grilled cheese. In case anybody is vegan that isn't interested. I haven't ever had it.
Lactose intolerant. Okay.
But yeah, that is a interesting thing to note. But I do have some other things that I wanted to talk to you guys about regarding some secrets around Woody's Lunchbox. So there's some obvious ones, and then there's some not so obvious ones. This one is a rather obvious one. If you are a Toy Story fan, which I know a whole bunch of you guys are, you might recall that in Toy Story, Andy receives a lunchbox for his birthday, and then there's Woody's lunchbox in Toy Story Land, so it's believed that that is the lunchbox he receives in the movie Toy Story. Kind of cool. And then when you're looking at his lunchbox and you look up, you can notice that the animal crackers that were packed in his lunchbox are Jesse's critters from Toy Story 2. If you, in my opinion, poke your head, I don't know if you can do this now, you probably aren't able to, but pre-COVID-19, when you are picking up your food on a hot day, if you've done this, you will know why I'm so passionate about how good it feels. And you poke your head into that window and feel the amazing AC in there. It's like the best AC that you can feel at Walt Disney World. And I know what you might want to say. It's because there's no other AC in Toy Story Land and it's an outdoor restaurant.
Ding, 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 ding.
But I won't fully give it away. Maybe I kind of will. if and when you can once again poke your head inside of Woody's lunchbox, you can see a very cool hidden Mickey on the wall. If you've looked in, you might know what I'm talking about, but it is very cool, and I will leave it at that. In case you can't tell, I haven't made 99 pun jokes in quite a while, so that was, that was going to have to suffice for now. But we also have a A113 reference. If you guys are Pixar fans, you will probably know that A113 is the classroom number that the founding fathers of Pixar were in at the California Institute of the Arts, and they use A113 throughout practically every single Pixar movie, every single Pixar project. So when you are just outside of Toy Story Land, it's kind of to the right of where you can see the giant Luxo ball, Pixar ball statue, whatever you want to call it. To the right, you will see a pen, blocks, and some dominoes. And if you look at the blocks and the dominoes, you'll see an A block followed by other dominoes that have 113 on them. So kind of a cool reference there. This is another one that I didn't even know or actually see in person until I was looking up some Woody's Lunchbox stuff. Did you know that the blocks around Woody's Lunchbox, if you were to follow all of them, spell out "Let's eat"?
No, I didn't know that.
How awesome is that? So I obviously most definitely need to do that on my next trip, because that type of stuff totally is right in my wheelhouse. I love all of that. But what do I have here? What did I write? If you can read your own handwriting, that would be wonderful. Oh, I said that one already. It was the A113 reference. Huh. So as you can see, based on all of these wonderful Toy Story decorations, my Toy Story Magic Band, my brand new Toy Story shirt, and the hour and a half that I waited on opening day, plus eating practically the whole breakfast menu with Kat, I live for Woody's Lunchbox. So if you want to head over there with me when it reopens, you can give me a hashtag Team Danny down in the comments.
There you go. Bravo. Excellent presentation. Backlot Express is still
I love Backlot Express too. I love it.
You know, I am a classic Disney girl, and I just love how they have dove so deep into the theme of that. If you've ever eaten in there, chances are you just got your food, you sat down and ate and then took off to your next attraction. But if you're there now, or, post-COVID or during this whole crazy time, chances are it won't be anywhere near as crowded as it was before. Take some time and walk around and just soak in all the details. With Disney, things are always changing, and they've taken out some of those really cool props already. Who knows if it will always be Backlot Express, if it will change to something else. But if you can, just even if you don't even want to eat there, go eat at Woody's and then go into Backlot Express just to walk around and see what they have there. It's definitely worth a gander. Yeah. So
I love it. And I love when there's a restaurant or anything that you can walk in. I mean, obviously attractions, but I love a gift shop or a restaurant that you can walk in and see so much detail.
That it's got a story, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Even I was in Restaurantosaurus, and that has a whole story behind it. These archaeologists are on this expedition, and it's the craziest details. It's amazing. I love it. So hashtag Team Cat if you selected Backlot Express as your favorite quick service versus
Woody's Lunchbox if that is your favorite and you want to eat the entire menu with me. Give me a hashtag Team Danny.
I have to say, I kind of want to vote hashtag Team Danny because you have so much invested in it and you love it so much. I won't say never, but waiting 2 hours for food,
I don't
that's
know.
something I would do.
Here's something to think about, guys. How are we going to feel about Roundup Rodeo Barbecue when that opens?
I can't wait for that to open.
Me,
That looks really,
neither.
really cute. And they need it. They need something else in there. They need a place where you can actually go inside, sit down, get out of the heat, because it is really, really hot in that area.
I know. I am so excited. I don't know if I'm going to feel the same about that as I do about Woody's lunchbox, but we shall see.
We shall see. All right, what's up next?
So now it is time for you to go on the spot. And
Okay.
I have questions that I am very, very excited about for tonight.
Okay.
Because it has to do with your and my favorite time of the year.
Oh, Christmas time?
That is correct. So, you guys have all probably seen that Christmas at Walt Disney World news broke earlier this week, and it has been everywhere, and there has been so much discussion regarding what is going to still happen this year, what is going to happen but be different this year from previous years, and things that are unfortunately outright canceled that cannot happen due to physical distancing guidelines. So, Kat, you are presented with the following challenge. If you could bring back safely under ideal circumstances one of the following Christmas time experiences, which one would it be?
Okay.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Question number 1, since you guys always ask for the full 5, we started, in case this might be your first time.
It's Valerie's first time for sure.
That's right. We started to ask you guys if we should ask the other person between 1 and 5 on the spot would you rather questions. But since everybody always said give them the full 5, that's what we do now. So, Kat, starting with question number 1. Would you bring back Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam or Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks?
Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam or the Resort Gingerbread Houses?
Oh, the Resort Gingerbread Houses.
The Resort Gingerbread Houses or the Candlelight Processional?
Resort Gingerbread Houses.
Resort Gingerbread Houses or the Cinderella Castle Dreamlights?
The Gingerbread Houses.
Wow, I did not see that coming, guys. That was a swerve. Okay. The Resort Gingerbread Houses or, as a whole, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party?
The Gingerbread Houses, because not everybody can go to the party. It's a premium price. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but the gingerbread house, like, to me, gingerbread is, just screams the holidays. And I really do feel sad, I guess is the right word, that they're not doing the displays in the resort hotels. I love resort hopping, particularly during the holidays. I go to just about as many as I can. I just love to see how they decorate. And, I know the Grand Floridian is very well known for its gingerbread display, but the Contemporary does a really cool one. The Beach Club does an amazing display.
Yeah,
Boardwalk. I mean, you can really get so much out of it. One year over in the American Adventure, their quick service location, what did it used to be called? I know what it is now, but
Liberty Inn?
The Liberty Inn. They actually had a gingerbread display. I just love them. They smelled terrific. They're adorable. And I really will miss them this year. So you tugging on my heartstrings by putting that one in there.
I am so happy that it went a different way from, like, I built the questions like, oh, she's totally going to pick the Christmas party in the end. But I'm so glad that, we had a little different result.
So the reason why I didn't pick the Cinderella Castle lights is because they leave them up too long. It takes a long time to do. So there's a crane in front of the castle for a long time when they do it, before and after. And I think it's really pretty, but I think the castle is pretty as it is. And they could probably just do a projection with those lights rather than actually have to string lights and have that crane whole situation. But anyway, gingerbread houses are always going to win for me.
So Sharon has another interesting point here, guys. Sharon is saying no gingerbread houses could potentially equal another DIST entry. We have to see. I might have to see how I feel come Christmas time and see, what's really making me force one of those penny.
So one other thing about the gingerbread houses is that over at the boardwalk one year, they had cast members do a contest. They made their own gingerbread houses, which was really cute. And last year at the Polynesian, they did the same thing. And they had a Lilo and Stitch house, the house that Lilo and her sister lived in. They had it as, I have a picture of it. I'll post it in our Facebook, on our Facebook page. I don't know. It's the artist in me, I guess. I just love it. But anyway, it's your turn.
I knew that was coming.
I know. Well, you have the schedule in front of you. I don't have it in front of me. All right. So I know we're pressed for time here, but Disney now, there are a lot of changes. Some of them are because of COVID and you understand and you cannot wait for them to go. Others, I've experienced these guys, I would want them to stay. So there are some things that Disney has done in order to allow guests to come in and for cast members and guests to be safe that I think they should keep going forward and forever. So Danny, I want you to tell me what your number one thing that they're doing now because of COVID that you would like them to
I like this.
Okay?
I'm ready.
All right. Would you rather the character cavalcades or a full parade? So for those of you who don't know, I'll give you a little extra time to think. The cavalcades are like these pop-up parades of characters that just show up when you least expect it. This loud music comes on. You don't know who it's going to be. It's very exciting. It happens throughout all the parks and throughout the day. So the cavalcades or your standard parade.
And when we say standard parade, is it a standard daytime parade?
Yeah. Yes, like your 3 o'clock.
Then definitely character cavalcades.
Okay. So right now, the bus drivers are actually loading the buses. They're asking you how many are in your party. They're telling you exactly where to sit. So would you rather have the drivers load the bus or have it just be a free-for-all like it was prior to COVID?
100,000,000% have the drivers load the buses.
I totally agree. Okay, so now previously we were always told fill up all available space. Would you rather fill up all available space or still have markers for social distancing?
Still have markers. I was never a fan of the fill up all the available space thing because when you're standing literally like chest to back of someone, what good is that?
I know, especially in the heat. And, if somebody's touching you or breathing on you, I know. I'm the same. Okay, so on the queue lines, I maybe have, I have one extra here. On the queue lines, they've got these partitions up. Some of them are just plexiglass in between the rows. So would you rather have the partitions there or no partitions?
I would rather no partitions.
I agree with you 100%. Particularly on the ride in Mexico.
I knew you were going to say
that.
Oh,
it's tight. It's tight, guys. I was getting a little hot. It was a little claustrophobic. So I agree with you there. Okay, and then the last one, because I had one too many, I'll choose this one. Would you rather always do quick service mobile ordering, or do you like going up to the register, looking at the menu with your eyes on an actual menu versus the phone?
Okay, I love mobile ordering. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a great tool. I use it all the time. but I still like the option of going up. You talk to the cast member, you look at the menu, they hand you a menu, you look at the one on the screen. I just love that, because then like when I'm there and I start to like smell the food, I'll be like, you know what, and throw in, and I'll add. So like I love that whole vibe.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
And talking to the cast member too is like, that's a whole, it's like what you mentioned one time about resort check-in, that you love, you know, still going to the front desk and talking to someone. It just like always can set off the experience in the best way.
Definitely miss the human element, you know, in terms of the cast member interaction. I mean, cast members have been great, and the interaction that I have had has been amazing, but it's less, you know, and I really crave cast member interaction, because they're, you know, among the happiest people most of the time that you'll interact with. So I agree with you 100%.
Look at that. Spot. Yeah. And speaking of being spot on, it is time for the audience to go on the spot with one rapid fire would you rather question. And we asked this to you guys, I think, last year. And I kind of think that given how almost all things are so different right now, I think that it's worth asking again, because especially with all of the recent news coming out on how Halloween's going to happen this year, meaning the Halloween season as a whole, and how the Christmas season will happen, would you guys rather visit Walt Disney World this year in 2020, not, you know, down the road, during the Halloween season or the Christmas season?
Knowing all the changes, right?
Right. Yeah.
I think, you know what? I'm just going to say this one thing. I think removing the parties really levels the playing field, you know, because I know there are some people that go, and, you know, Disney is a costly vacation. So if you're going with a family of 4 or 5, you're tacking on another $400, $500 for those parties. So without the party there, it's not that feeling of we're missing out on something, or, you know, we're not splurging, or we're having a less than experience. I think this is a very, well, obviously it's a very unique time to visit Disney World, but I kind of like that the parties aren't there right now. I'm really curious to see how they make it extra magical for everyone that comes down equally.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
If I had to pick, I would probably still say Christmas, just because even though there's no lights, no party, no fireworks, no gingerbread houses, like the snow on Main Street and snow in Disney Springs, that alone, and plus like the food and all of that, the voice of Liberty, you're going to be coming back for the Christmas season. Yeah. So right then and there, it's like, how can I not choose that?
Yeah, I would definitely, I mean, we're going in October, and I may weasel myself down there for Christmas. Last year I went for one night only. I was like, I need Disney Christmas in my life. But I agree. I think the Christmas time is probably what I'm most looking forward to. And I think, you know, there's no castle lights, but they got to be able to do something with that projection. They do amazing things. You can't tell me they can't do, you know, Christmas in the castle.
I think it's going to be awesome.
All right, we got to get rolling here.
Yes, we do. I cannot believe what time it is. So I think we should now head into the Dust and Dist segment tonight.
Yay, it's my favorite.
So I'll give a quick overview of what the Dust and Dist is if you are unfamiliar. So Kat is the keeper of the Dust list. That is dust as in pixie dust. And that's where Kat logs all kinds of amazing, fun, extra magical, exceptional experiences that she has at Walt Disney World. I love that. Now, me, on the other hand, I have the polar opposite of the dust. I have the dist, which is where that is great. I love it. And on the dist is where I log things that don't live up to the normal Disney magic, because you guys know us. We love everything Disney, but we want to keep it real and show you that not 100% of the time is it the perfect idea of magic that we all know and love. So, Kat, would you like to kick it off with your dust entry for the night?
I have been dying to share this one. So I had said before, earlier tonight, that this last trip that I was on in August was probably the most magical in terms of how I was made to feel on a Disney vacation. So it started off with the welcome we got from getting off the Magical Express, the cast members, clapping for us, and really all the fanfare, just getting off the bus. And by the way, Disney, if you're listening, I think you should have PhotoPass photographers at each resort, because when you first arrive on your trip, you're so happy, and people love to scrapbook like every moment of their vacation. So if you had an arrival shot, it'd be fantastic. So put that in the suggestion box. So anyway, so I'm going to start doing my dust in order of things that happened.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut to the chase because we're running over time here. I love my frozen Coke. I love my frozen Coke. I get them wherever I can in the Disney parks. Lunchpad, please open soon in the Magic Kingdom. So this day, I started out my day with a scathing migraine headache. It was awful. I finally got to Hollywood Studios, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a frozen Coke. And, I was feeling good, but that would really make me feel awesome. Did it ever? In all of my years of getting a frozen Coke, it had a hidden Mickey on it. The cast member who made my Coke put 3 extra frozen Coke blobs, for lack of a better word, on top to form a Mickey. I have never had that in my entire history of visiting.
I saw your picture of that, and I don't always get one. I always get one when I'm with you, but I don't always get one. I saw that and I was like, I need to get one. And if they don't do that, I'm going to ask, like, can you just make a little Mickey on the I can take a picture of that too. It looked amazing.
I never saw, and I mean, I'm always trolling Instagram, all that. I've never seen anyone else have that. I wish, and of course I was wearing a mask, so nobody saw what my face was like, but I must have been like, I must have been like Danny all the time about everything. I couldn't believe it. So her name was Nyssa, Nyssa, I believe. I was so excited, but I think that's what I remember seeing. So to Nyssa at PV's Polar Pipeline in Hollywood Studios, thank you so much for making my day and adding that hidden Mickey to my frozen Coke. Has anybody ever had that? Please let me know. I would love to know if...
Yeah, guys, I would love to hear too, because I have never had that, nor have I ever seen that.
Okay, this is in.
It's official. I love it. So, moving from magical to tragical, I had something happen as recently as yesterday that I am very, very uptight about.
Uh-oh.
So,
here we go.
Start to flip my pages. You guys might remember maybe 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I told you a story about when I bought a set of 4 Epcot posters. These were limited edition of 200 each. And one of the 4, I was emailed by Shop Disney after, and they said the Japan poster was unable to be added into my order after I completed my purchase and paid for it. Yes, I was reimbursed, but that is not, to me, it's like, I wanted to buy it. You told me that I could buy it. You said you were giving it to me, and then you said, sorry, we can't ship it to you. What is that all about? So you might recall that story. And the reason why I just told the entire thing is because it happened again this week. Yesterday, I got an email from Shop Disney because on Monday morning, I went on to Shop Disney. I knew when they were going to release their next set of Epcot posters. They released the Harmonious poster, which has a very special place in my heart to me because the score that Kat and I got to hear at the D23 Expo last year was so special. And the fact that they're going to be replacing Illuminations, that was so special. It's a very exciting show to me. So it's the Harmonious poster. That's one. The Millennium Celebration poster is 2, which when I was 5, I loved seeing the 2000 on Spaceship Earth. So I was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing also.
When he was 5.
The third one was Illuminations, guys. The Illuminations poster. They were planning to put a 4th one on sale. This is a side note. It was for the World Celebration Pavilion, but with the rumors of that being altered or scrapped with all the ongoing stuff, they did not release that, furthering the rumors. Not very happy about that, but that's a side note. I purchased those 3 posters, and yesterday, of course, the one that I wanted the most, Illuminations, could not be added into my order. So I love Shop Disney. They did amazing by getting me this shirt so quickly. I didn't even expect it to be here already. But for the first time ever, Kat, this is the first ever that we have one thing going into the disc twice. Shop Disney, do you know what happens when you not once but twice sell me a very rare, highly sought after Epcot poster, allow me to purchase it, and then say, sorry, we cannot fulfill it?
Not cool.
Because I think we all know what happens. Shop Disney, you're on the disc.
Twice. In like 4 months.
I don't want to know what could happen if this takes place a 3rd time. I don't even want to be near myself if it happens a 3rd time. That would just be...
Do they have a limit on those?
I think it's 1 per customer.
Okay. Because they've got tons of resellers buying up all the good merch in the parks, which is annoying too.
Yep.
That could be another disc entry. Except I'm the keeper of the dust, so.
I am almost done.
Is Craig off the disc? Has the board decided?
You know,
on the disc, in case you didn't know.
You know, I forgot to check my email. I might need to make. I haven't checked those emails coming in from the board, so I will check that out. Okay. And so maybe what I'll do is before the next show, maybe I'll add a little post on our page when I can, check up on that information.
He's really stressing about it.
Has he slept since that happened a month ago?
It's been really tough. Tossing and turning every night.
But guys, here it is. Shop Disney for retracting my Illuminations poster purchase.
Not cool.
And I see some other interesting Shop Disney comments here. Deborah has a very, I was going to say a great point, but that's
disturbing.
Yeah.
Michelle, do you see what Michelle says? She received 4 child's face masks that she didn't order. Huh.
I'm beginning to think that the face masks I order are children's masks and not adults. They are, you should see what they look like on my face. My ears are like touching.
Can you put one on? Oh, put one on.
Do I have one here?
If you do, please.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, darn.
Oh, no.
All right, we'll do it and take a picture and post in.
Okay, all right.
Which
actually I think would be a good thing to do, because I think you guys should know that they run really small.
They do. They do. Craig is always calling me a pea head because my head is small and I have to wear a large mask.
That is amazing. I mean, I have, like, my head fits in like children's sized hats. Like the largest kid size hat can fit on my head. I don't know what it is, but I guess I have like a small head and a gigantic face. I'm like, what is wrong with me? I mean, you can't even make that up. How ridiculous.
Oh, geez. Definitely post that picture. I haven't got to
Yes,
see.
I will definitely do that. So now, since we are way over on time, it is prize wheel time. So in case you guys didn't see the pins and the 2020 magnet that we showed you last time, we will, just for the sake of time, spin the prize wheel, and then whichever thing we land on, I will hold that up and show you what the prize is. So here we go. Should I give it a medium spin, a light spin, or a fast?
Go for it. A really big one.
Okay. I almost broke it. Is that a Mickey pin?
Mickey pin. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh.
Well, now you moved it, and it says spin again.
So now, should I do Mickey or should I do spin again?
All right, you guys vote. Mickey or spin again?
Yes, guys, you let us know. Because I went to touch it thinking that I was going to like let it do its thing and land on Mickey, but I spun it the wrong way. I like just tapped it and it did that. It was very sensitive.
Talking about the mask, Susanna said she bought 3 mediums and they're all different sizes.
No way.
Yep. All right, so we've got 3 votes for the Mickey pin, so let's do that.
Let's do it. So, guys, this is what one lucky winner will receive.
Oh, a classic Mickey pin. That's so cute.
I think Craig's trick finally worked, right? Is that?
Yeah, it looks better.
Look at that. So, if you would like to win this, give us a mouse emoji.
Yay.
Awesome. So, even though we ran a tad over, we covered a lot of ground. We had our upcoming trip talk. We had our foodie face-off for tonight. We did some fun on the spot stuff. Prize wheel.
We laughed. We cried.
Missed. You name it.
When's our next show? Is it 2 weeks from today? Is that good?
Yep, that will be Thursday the 24th. That will be right before my next trip, guys.
I might have a conflict with that, but we'll talk about it. Okay?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It'll happen sometime.
Yeah.
So
get in here
until next time. Yes, definitely. So until next time, whenever next time might be, I am Danny McBride.
I am Cat Wolf. Have a super magnifantastical 1, 2, 3 weeks.
And we'll see you real soon.
We'll see you real soon. Good night, everyone.
Bye.